Sometimes with more complex algebraic expressions, it's helpful to simplify those expressions before we actually start to solve them. That's what we're going to work on today. I also want you to realize that you can cancel variables the same way you can cancel numbers when you have fractions. So in this first problem, if we had to simplify this, first thing we would do would be cancel our numbers. So we can cancel 2 and 6 by dividing both numbers by 2. Then I can cancel 18 and 15 by dividing both numbers by 3. Okay, can you cancel any other numbers? Yes, the 3 and the 6. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. All right, so now let's go to our variables. Remember, you can cancel top to bottom anywhere in your fractions. All right, I can cancel A with A. A goes into A one time, A goes into A one time. What else? X's. X goes into X once, X goes into X once. All right, now let's see what's left. First, let's do our numbers. 1 times 1 times 2. And then we have a B and an A left over here. So I'm going to bring those across. Oh, you know what? We could have canceled those B's, couldn't we? Yes. So let's cross that out. All right, what's left on the bottom? There's 1 times 1 times 1 times 5. So 2A over 5. So that ends up being our answer, 2A over 5. So we canceled our variables and our numbers. Let's try another one here. 2x over 12 times 4y over x. Okay, let's start with our numbers. 4, 3, dividing both by 4. What else can we cancel? X and x. Anything else? Nope. So what's left? On the top, we have 2y, and on the bottom, 3. And that's your final answer. You can leave it just like that. Okay, let's see if you can do this one. Pause the video for about 30 seconds and work this one out yourself. Okay, so what did you cancel? 3 and 9. I'm going to go through it quickly. A and A, B and B, 4 and 10 with 2, and anything else. So what's left is 5A over 6, and that's your final answer. All right, great. Now let's go to combining like terms. We're building all these problems together, okay? Since I have 1/6x plus 2/3 x, both of these have an x variable. This is addition. Combining like terms is when you're adding or subtracting. So since they're both x, I can combine these. It's like saying I have 1/6 of a pizza and 2/3 of a pizza. If I put these pizzas together, how much pizza do I have? So we need to add our fractions. So 1/6 plus 2/3. Remember what you do when you add your fractions. I have different denominators, so I need to find a common denominator. So 6, 6, and 1 and 4. Then we add those together, 5/6. So what I end up with is 5/6 of a pizza. So we added all the pizza together, and we have 5/6 of a pizza. We combined our like terms, our x's. Okay, this one, I have two variables. I have x's, and then I have y's. Remember back earlier in the year, we learned to combine these by circling the one term and putting a box around the other term. Sometimes we'd have to put triangles around a third term. So let's do our x's first. Let's think of this as pizza again. If you have 2/3 of a pizza and 8 pizzas, how much pizza do you have? You have 8 and 2/3 pizzas. So we'll put x there to represent our pizzas. Now we have our y's. Let's say these are brownies. If you have 9 brownies and he has 5 brownies. If you put all those brownies together, you have plus 14 brownies. And that's your final answer. See, sometimes you're not going to get answers of like 25. Now, remember why we can't add these together? Because they are different terms. So we have to leave our x's and our y's separate. Okay, this one's a little bit bigger. Don't let it scare you because it has more fractions and variables and exponents in it. It's not bad. Look for things that are the same. They have the same variable with the same exponent. All right, I have an x squared term. This is just an x, so it's not the same. That's a whole number. There's no x. That's an x. This is x squared. That's what I'm looking for. So these two I can add together. So if I have 5 plus 8, how many is that? Those are x squares. 13x squares. Okay, now let's do our x terms. The x terms. These two, notice this one is minus, so we need to put that minus with the box of 1/4 x. All right, now this one we may have to work out. We have negative 2/3 minus 1/4. Okay, so let's work out our fraction. Common denominator will be 12. Okay, do this with me. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Let's put our negative. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, I brought my negatives over here, so I was careful not to forget them. Negative 8 minus 3 would be negative 11/12. So this will be my x term. So 13x squared minus 11/12 x. Now, I had this one last one here, plus 6. There's nothing else to add 6 to. There's no other number without any variables. So it's by itself, and we'll add that on the end of our problem. So 13x squared minus 11/12 x plus 6.